The night was supposed to be a serene escape on the open waters, a private yacht retreat far away from prying eyes. But what unfolded was anything but peaceful. Fans are shocked, whispers have turned into a roaring storm, and the internet is ablaze with speculation. Kirk Frost, the reality TV star whose love life has always made headlines, was spotted on a lavish yacht, not alone, but with Jasmine, the woman whose name alone sparks rumors and intrigue. What was meant to be a secret getaway quickly spiraled into a public spectacle when pictures surfaced, showing moments that no one expected: intimate glances, laughter that seemed a little too close, and a chemistry that could no longer be denied. Emotions ran high as news of this private night reached Rasheeda, Kirk's wife, whose own feelings of betrayal and disbelief are sending shockwaves through their fanbase. Social media exploded with reactions, from disbelief to anger, with # trending globally, painting a picture of a family torn apart before the eyes of the world. Insiders claim that Rasheeda's confrontation was inevitable, and the tension is already palpable. Imagine standing in her shoes, discovering that the man you trusted is enjoying stolen moments on a yacht with someone else, and the world is watching. As whispers turned into leaks, every close friend, every family member, and every fan felt compelled to take sides. Who can you believe? Who's hiding the truth? The night that was supposed to be private has now become a drama that no one can look away from, and the family is left divided, their emotions on full display. This is the story that everyone is talking about, and what happened on that yacht may just be the beginning of an explosive chapter in Kirk and Rasheeda's life. A chapter filled with heartbreak, shocking revelations, and unspoken tensions that no one can ignore. Fans are waiting, and the question lingers: what will happen next? The night was supposed to be a serene escape on the open waters, a private yacht retreat far away from prying eyes. But what unfolded was anything but peaceful. Fans are shocked, whispers have turned into a roaring storm, and the internet is ablaze with speculation. Kirk Frost, the reality TV star whose love life has always made headlines, was spotted on a lavish yacht, not alone, but with Jasmine, the woman whose name alone sparks rumors and intrigue. What was meant to be a secret getaway quickly spiraled into a public spectacle when pictures surfaced, showing moments that no one expected: intimate glances, laughter that seemed a little too close, and a chemistry that could no longer be denied. Emotions ran high as news of this private night reached Rasheeda, Kirk's wife, whose own feelings of betrayal and disbelief are sending shockwaves through their fanbase. Social media exploded with reactions, from disbelief to anger, with # trending globally, painting a picture of a family torn apart before the eyes of the world. Insiders claim that Rasheeda's confrontation was inevitable, and the tension is already palpable. Imagine standing in her shoes, discovering that the man you trusted is enjoying stolen moments on a yacht with someone else, and the world is watching. As whispers turned into leaks, every close friend, every family member, and every fan felt compelled to take sides. Who can you believe? Who's hiding the truth? The night that was supposed to be private has now become a drama that no one can look away from, and the family is left divided, their emotions on full display. This is the story that everyone is talking about, and what happened on that yacht may just be the beginning of an explosive chapter in Kirk and Rasheeda's life. A chapter filled with heartbreak, shocking revelations, and unspoken tensions that no one can ignore. Fans are waiting, and the question lingers: what will happen next? The tension began building long before anyone even set foot on the yacht. Insiders reveal that Kirk had been unusually secretive over the past few weeks, dodging questions, canceling appearances, and sending cryptic messages that left Rasheeda both confused and suspicious. Friends of the couple tried to reach out, sensing that something was brewing. But Kirk remained tight-lipped, claiming that it was just business and a little getaway for some personal reflection. But fans who follow every move of the Frost family began noticing subtle hints, late-night posts that seemed too playful, private comments on social media that quickly disappeared, and rumors of meetings with Jasmine that were whispered across private circles. The night of the yacht trip arrived, and the scene was set, a sleek, luxurious vessel, candles flickering against the backdrop of a moonlit sky, the waves lapping softly against the hull. At first glance, it seemed innocent just to adults, enjoying a serene night away. But those who know Kirk's history with secrecy and past flirtations knew that nothing about this night would remain under the radar. As the yacht drifted further from the shore, Kirk and Jasmine were seen laughing, leaning close, and sharing what appeared to be inside jokes. One eyewitness later claimed, "You could feel the chemistry radiating from them. It wasn't subtle." Kirk looked like a teenager again, completely mesmerized by Jasmine. The word got out quickly, thanks to a few sharp-eyed onlookers and paparazzi who had been tipped off by a mysterious source. Rasheeda, who had stayed behind to tend to other family matters, got wind of the situation almost immediately. Her phone buzzed incessantly with messages from concerned friends, fans, and even strangers who were tracking the yacht's movements online. Emotions ran high, and within minutes Rasheeda's anger, hurt, and disbelief collided, creating a storm that no one could calm. Unable to contain her feelings, she confronted Kirk as soon as he returned to shore, and according to insiders, the argument was explosive. "How could you?" she allegedly shouted, her voice breaking yet fierce, echoing over the quiet marina. "Do you have any idea what you've done? The trust, the vows, everything." Kirk, taken aback but trying to defend himself, purportedly muttered something about misinterpretation, that it was just a private conversation and nothing serious. But Rasheeda was unmoved, tears streaming down her face as she recounted seeing the images, the videos, the interactions that had been leaked. The confrontation quickly escalated, moving from whispers to full-blown accusations. Friends who were called to mediate described the scene as chaotic, with raised voices, slamming doors, and moments of stunned silence where no one knew what to say. Meanwhile, social media was ablaze. Fans of the couple were divided. Some defended Kirk, claiming he had been unfairly judged and that a private moment had been blown out of proportion. Others sided with Rasheeda, expressing outrage at the apparent betrayal. Memes, videos, and heated comment threads multiplied by the minute, each adding fuel to a fire that was already consuming the couple's reputation. The drama wasn't confined to just Kirk, Rasheeda, and Jasmine. Family members were pulled into the whirlwind, forced to take sides in a conflict that none of them anticipated. Some sympathized with Rasheeda, offering emotional support and practical advice, while others tried to calm Kirk, reminding him of his public image and the damage that a scandal could inflict. The atmosphere was tense, with private messages leaking online, friends sending screenshots of conversations, and rumors swirling so fast that no one could keep up. Sources close to the family revealed that the yacht night was not the first time tensions had simmered beneath the surface. Previous incidents of secrecy, unexplained absences, and subtle flirtations had already left Rasheeda wary. What made this situation explode was the combination of public exposure and undeniable evidence that fans could witness firsthand. As the argument between Kirk and Rasheeda reached its peak, Jasmine entered the picture, sending messages that only added to the chaos. "I didn't mean for this to happen," she allegedly texted, trying to explain her side. Though the texts only served to inflame Rasheeda's anger further. Friends report that Rasheeda was beyond furious, reading every message aloud, her voice shaking, her face a mix of hurt and rage. In the days following the yacht incident, every move of the trio was scrutinized. Kirk posted vague apologies, Jasmine tried to clarify misunderstandings, and Rasheeda remained mostly silent, letting her emotions speak through expressions captured by the media. Each public appearance was dissected, every social media update analyzed, and every word in interviews twisted into possible hints of further drama. Meanwhile, the fanbase was polarizing. Some started campaigns defending Rasheeda, creating hashtags that trended nationally, expressing solidarity and outrage at what they called a betrayal of trust. Others attempted to support Kirk, suggesting that the narrative was exaggerated and that the couple could reconcile if given space. The tension even reached industry insiders, who began weighing in with opinions about how this could affect Kirk's brand, endorsements, and future appearances. The stakes were not only emotional but professional, and every step taken by any of the three characters could have long-lasting consequences. To make matters worse, anonymous insiders continued to release exclusive footage and unverified stories, keeping the public on edge and ensuring that no one could predict what would happen next. Every day brought a new twist, a new leak, a new rumor, and each revelation seemed more shocking than the last. The family was left divided, friendships strained, and the public fascinated by the unraveling drama. In the midst of all this, Kirk reportedly sought private meetings with Rasheeda, trying to apologize, explain, and mend the broken trust. Yet Rasheeda remained resolute, insisting that she needed time and space to process the betrayal. "It's not just about the yacht," she told close friends. "It's about every lie, every secret, every hidden moment. I need to know that he truly understands what he's done." Meanwhile, Jasmine's role continued to dominate the narrative. Some fans claimed that she had intentionally inserted herself into the situation, while others suggested she was as blindsided as anyone else. Her own public statements, often vague and apologetic, did little to calm the storm. Instead, they added layers of ambiguity that kept fans guessing about her intentions, her feelings, and her next moves. As the night of the confrontation receded into the days following, the emotional fallout remained intense. Rasheeda's inner circle described her as heartbroken but strong, refusing to let anger dictate her actions. Kirk was reportedly trying to navigate a delicate balance between public accountability and personal reconciliation, attempting to maintain his image while addressing the emotional wreckage at home. The media frenzy showed no signs of slowing down. Every photo, every interview, every social media story was analyzed, dissected, and reinterpreted, ensuring that the drama stayed alive. The yacht night that was meant to be private had become a spectacle for millions, a reality that no one involved could ignore. In private, sources suggest that the family held late-night meetings, trying to figure out how to move forward, what to say publicly, and how to manage the ever-growing speculation. Each decision carried weight, each word could be amplified, and the pressure of public scrutiny was immense. Friends and insiders expressed concern about how long this tension could last, predicting that unless there was some form of resolution, the drama could escalate further, potentially impacting relationships, careers, and personal reputations. And just when it seemed like the story might settle, another twist emerged. An unverified video clip surfaced showing Kirk and Jasmine sharing an unexpected moment on the yacht. A scene that reignited discussions and debates across social media platforms. Fans erupted, emotions ran high once again, and the cycle of speculation and drama began anew, making it clear that this saga was far from over. The family, the friends, and the public were all caught in a whirlwind, each reacting in real time, each opinion adding another layer to the already complicated story. Kirk and Rasheeda's relationship, once a picture of reality TV harmony, was now under the microscope, with every smile, every gesture, and every interaction scrutinized for hidden meanings. And through it all, Jasmine remained a central figure, her presence and actions continuously challenging the boundaries of loyalty, trust, and public perception. The night that began as a seemingly private escape had unleashed a cascade of consequences, proving that in the world of fame and reality TV, nothing ever stays secret for long, and every action can ignite a storm that is impossible to contain. As the days unfolded, the intensity of the drama only escalated, leaving fans glued to their screens, dissecting every post, every glance, and every cryptic comment. Kirk, attempting to regain some semblance of control, organized a private meeting with Rasheeda, hoping to explain himself and clarify what he insisted was a misunderstood night. Friends who attended the meeting described it as tense, filled with unspoken words, and moments where emotions teetered on the edge of explosive. Rasheeda, still raw from betrayal, reportedly listened but made it clear that apologies alone could not erase what she had seen. "It's not about the images, Kirk," she allegedly said, her voice firm yet trembling. "It's about the trust, the foundation we built, and the fact that you allowed someone else to occupy a space that belongs to me." Kirk, visibly frustrated but desperate to make amends, tried to explain that nothing physical had happened, that the night was innocent in his eyes, but the optics, he realized, were devastating. Meanwhile, Jasmine, aware of the public uproar, attempted to address her own followers, posting carefully worded statements about misunderstanding, personal boundaries, and unintended consequences. However, her attempts at clarification only fueled speculation. If it was innocent, why the secrecy? Fans questioned, and the media was quick to highlight every minor inconsistency in her statements. Social media became a battlefield. Twitter threads stretched for pages, Instagram stories were dissected frame by frame, and fan forums became arenas of heated debate. Supporters of Rasheeda rallied under hashtags emphasizing loyalty, trust, and betrayal, while Kirk's defenders pointed to overblown reactions, insisting that a private interaction should not define a relationship. The tension bled into family dynamics as well. Relatives were caught in the crossfire, with some siding with Rasheeda, offering emotional support and strategic advice, while others encouraged Kirk to focus on damage control and public relations. The family's unity, once a public symbol of strength, was now fractured, and insiders hinted at sleepless nights, secret discussions, and quiet interventions behind closed doors. Sources claim that the couple's children also felt the ripple effects of the drama. Close friends reported that they were confused, seeing their parents argue in hushed tones, overhearing tense conversations, and witnessing the emotional toll firsthand. The stakes extended far beyond adult grievances. The very foundation of the family life was under strain. Meanwhile, the media landscape became increasingly aggressive. Every outlet, from tabloid blogs to entertainment news channels, clamored for exclusive content, interviews, or leaked images. Anonymous sources surfaced, claiming insider knowledge of events that allegedly took place aboard the yacht. Some of these stories were sensationalized, others partially true, but all contributed to an environment of relentless scrutiny. The public became ravenous for updates, refreshing feeds, commenting on every post, and creating viral content that perpetuated the drama. In the midst of this chaos, Kirk's professional life also faced scrutiny. Endorsements, appearances, and potential projects were reportedly paused as his team assessed the impact of the scandal. PR strategists were called in to craft statements, manage narratives, and mitigate damage, all while the personal situation remained volatile. Rasheeda, meanwhile, focused on her own response. She posted selective messages, balancing vulnerability with strength, carefully curating what she allowed the public to see. Each message became a subject of intense analysis. Was she hinting at reconciliation, asserting independence, or signaling an impending split? Jasmine, aware that her reputation hung in the balance, continued to navigate her own path carefully. Interviews were given, statements released, but every attempt to clarify only added to the ambiguity, leaving fans and media alike speculating on hidden motives, secret alliances, and potential outcomes. Tensions reached another peak when an alleged voicemail from the yacht surfaced online, purportedly capturing a heated exchange between Kirk and Jasmine. Fans were quick to dissect the tone, the pauses, and the phrasing, suggesting that it confirmed worst fears or, for some, proved innocence. The authenticity of the clip was debated fiercely, with no consensus, but it undeniably added another layer to the saga, ensuring that the public remained captivated. Private gatherings were reportedly fraught with conflict as well. Friends of the couple claimed that casual events transformed into high-stakes drama, with whispers of the yacht night echoing through conversations, creating uncomfortable atmospheres, and forcing attendees to choose sides. Even mutual acquaintances were drawn into the orbit of controversy, with loyalties questioned and reputations scrutinized. Legal advisors were consulted, although no lawsuits were filed. Yet the presence of legal counsel added tension, suggesting that some feared the drama could escalate into formal disputes over defamation, privacy breaches, or public misrepresentation. Through it all, the emotional landscape for Rasheeda was complex. Close friends described her as a mix of heartbreak, anger, and resilience. She reportedly spent hours reflecting, confiding in family, and considering her next steps. She's hurt, yes, but she's also calculating, one insider revealed. Every move is measured, every statement intentional. She knows the world is watching, and she's not going to be portrayed as a victim without her voice being heard. Kirk, on the other hand, oscillated between remorse, frustration, and defensiveness. Sources note that he was acutely aware of the public eye, the social media backlash, and the potential long-term impact on his career. Efforts to explain, apologize, and reconcile were ongoing, but each attempt seemed to generate more questions than answers. As the narrative expanded, fan theories flourished. Some suggested that Kirk and Jasmine's yacht night was a carefully staged PR stunt to boost visibility. Others speculated on hidden romantic dynamics, and a few proposed that the situation was a tragic misunderstanding blown out of proportion. Regardless of the theory, the common thread was that emotions ran high and no resolution seemed imminent. Insiders claimed that late-night discussions within the family were intense, with debates over how to address the situation publicly versus privately. Emotions ran high, accusations were exchanged, and the balance of power shifted as new details emerged, making it clear that the drama was far from linear or predictable. Even the extended circle of friends and colleagues felt the strain. Some were reluctant to engage, fearing association with scandal, while others actively participated in mediation efforts, trying to calm tempers, clarify intentions, and prevent further public fallout. Despite these efforts, each new day seemed to bring fresh developments: leaked texts, unexpected sightings, and cryptic social media activity, all feeding the cycle of speculation and intrigue. As weeks passed, the personal and public spheres remained entwined, each influencing the other. Fans remained intensely engaged, creating online communities dedicated to dissecting every detail, posting theories, and debating potential outcomes. Every image, every comment, every public appearance became a piece of a puzzle that no one could fully solve. And just when it appeared that some semblance of calm might return, a new twist emerged. An anonymous insider hinted at a private confrontation between Kirk and Jasmine that was even more dramatic than the yacht night, suggesting that unresolved tensions were far from over. The speculation reignited. Emotions ran high once again, and the public's appetite for updates only grew. Kirk and Rasheeda's dynamic, once a cornerstone of reality TV fame, had transformed into a narrative of suspense, heartbreak, and relentless intrigue. The family remained divided, friends were caught in the crossfire, and the world watched with bated breath, uncertain of what the next chapter would reveal. Fans debated endlessly, emotions fluctuated wildly, and every statement, intentional or otherwise, was dissected, ensuring that the drama was far from fading. The intensity of the drama continued to spiral, with each day bringing a new revelation, rumor, or emotional confrontation. Kirk, realizing that damage control was now a full-time job, attempted to reach out to Rasheeda through multiple channels, texts, calls, even in-person visits. Each met with measured silence or pointed reminders of the breach of trust. Friends report that Rasheeda, though deeply hurt, was calculating, choosing her moments carefully, responding when she felt it was necessary, but never allowing Kirk to dominate the narrative. She knows the power of restraint, an insider said. Every word, every action is deliberate. She's not just reacting, she's strategizing. Meanwhile, Jasmine found herself under an unrelenting microscope. Fans dissected her every post, every story, every subtle gesture, searching for clues to her intentions and the depth of her involvement. Was she genuinely innocent, a victim of circumstance, or a willing participant in the unfolding chaos? The ambiguity only served to fuel the scandal further. Social media engagement skyrocketed. Memes, reaction videos, and heated debates spread across platforms. News outlets clamored for exclusives, sometimes stretching facts for entertainment value, while private forums became war zones of speculation and opinion. One particularly viral clip-in alleged behind-the-scenes video of the yachts, widely, with commentators analyzing body language, smiles, and gestures, each interpretation more sensational than the last. The ripple effect extended to family and friends. Those close to Rasheeda rallied to offer support, consoling her in private while publicly emphasizing loyalty and dignity. Kirk's confidants, on the other hand, focused on salvaging his image, arranging interviews, and attempting to frame the narrative in a more favorable light. The family was caught in a delicate balancing act between protecting personal bonds and managing public perception. Amid the chaos, heated arguments reportedly continued behind closed doors. Insiders claimed that one confrontation escalated to a point where doors were slammed, accusations were hurled, and emotions boiled over in a torrent of rage, hurt, and disbelief. It was like watching a powder keg, an eyewitness said. You knew that at any moment, something would explode, and it did. The public also began to speculate on the potential long-term effects of the scandal. Will the couple reconcile, or is this the beginning of a permanent rift? Industry experts weighed in, analyzing how the drama might impact endorsements, television appearances, and the family brand. Every statement and every move were scrutinized for implications, and each new rumor seemed to only complicate the unfolding narrative. Meanwhile, Kirk and Jasmine's interactions continued to draw attention. Photos, some candid, others allegedly leaked, painted a picture that fueled multiple storylines, some depicting casual, friendly exchanges, others hinting at tension or romantic undertones. The ambiguity was precisely what kept fans engaged, debating endlessly and generating countless hours of online discussion. Rasheeda, aware of the public scrutiny, appeared poised yet guarded during her own appearances. Friends describe her as channeling hurt into strength, walking a careful line between expressing emotion and maintaining composure, ensuring that she remained dignified despite the storm raging around her. At the same time, Kirk's efforts to clarify the situation often backfired. Interviews and statements meant to apologize or explain were picked apart, with critics pointing out inconsistencies or lapses in tone. Even casual social media updates became a source of debate, as fans read deeply into his body language, choice of words, and timing. The tension extended beyond immediate family and friends. Fans and observers speculated on potential alliances and betrayals within their broader circle. Who truly supported Rasheeda? Who defended Kirk? And where did Jasmine fit in the delicate web of relationships that now defined public perception? Legal counsel remained on standby, not for litigation, but to advise on potential defamation issues, privacy concerns, and social media management. Each new leak or rumor prompted consultations, strategies, and sometimes emergency press releases, illustrating just how high the stakes had become. Emotions remained raw. Rasheeda, despite her calm public persona, was reportedly processing layers of betrayal, hurt, and disillusionment. Kirk, feeling the pressures of public judgment and personal regret, attempted to navigate reconciliation, but each interaction seemed to carry the weight of prior missteps, magnified by the gaze of millions. The public, meanwhile, was relentless. Discussion threads multiplied, each dissecting minute details and hypothesizing on hidden truths. Some argued for empathy and understanding, while others demanded accountability and justice. The collective obsession ensured that the story remained a dominant topic across media platforms, just when it seemed the drama might plateau. Another incident reignited the frenzy. A private conversation, allegedly between Kirk and a mutual acquaintance, was leaked, suggesting that he was seeking ways to reconcile with Rasheeda while also navigating complex interactions with Jasmine. Fans exploded with speculation: was reconciliation possible? Was betrayal ongoing? The ambiguity fueled another round of viral content and heated online debates. Friends and insiders report that tension within the household was palpable. Quiet dinners were filled with silent judgment, casual greetings held under the weight of suspicion, and every action was scrutinized for underlying meaning. The emotional landscape was complicated further by attempts at mediation, with mutual friends trying to broker calm yet often finding themselves caught in the crossfire. In the background, media outlets continued to amplify the narrative. Interviews, opinion pieces, and social media posts converged, ensuring that the yacht night drama was far from fading into memory. Every angle was covered, every statement analyzed, and the ripple effects of the original incident continued to grow, shaping public perception and private emotion alike. As the saga progressed, additional rumors began to emerge about confrontations, secret communications, and moments of tension that had allegedly gone unnoticed. Each new tidbit became fuel for discussion, drawing even casual fans deeper into the narrative and reinforcing the story as an ongoing spectacle. Rasheeda's strategy, according to insiders, involved patience and calculated restraint. She responded selectively, let her supporters rally publicly, and maintained a dignified composure that contrasted sharply with the chaotic energy surrounding Kirk and Jasmine. Kirk simultaneously faced the dual pressure of mending personal relationships while controlling a spiraling public image. His every move was scrutinized, every attempt at explanation dissected, and every public interaction dissected for authenticity. Jasmine, meanwhile, remained a central figure in the ongoing drama. Her own statements, appearances, and perceived intentions were endlessly debated, leaving her image entangled with both the public perception of the scandal and the private emotional battles of the primary players. The combined effect was a multi-layered saga, intertwining personal emotion, public scrutiny, and media sensationalism in a way that seemed almost scripted. Each day offered new developments, each interaction a potential flashpoint, and every social media post a catalyst for renewed discussion. The family, friends, and fans remained caught in a whirlwind, navigating loyalties, expectations, and the relentless pace of unfolding drama. And just when some hoped for a pause, yet another twist appeared: a subtle social media post, a fleeting interaction at a public event, and whispers of conversations that could redefine the narrative. The cycle of speculation, emotional confrontation, and public fascination continued unabated, ensuring that the saga of Kirk, Rasheeda, and Jasmine remained not just a story but an evolving spectacle that no one could ignore. Fans were left desperate for resolution, insiders remained tense, and the emotional stakes continued to escalate, proving that in the world of reality TV and public scrutiny, a private night could trigger consequences far beyond anyone's control. The drama showed no signs of slowing down, and as the weeks passed, the emotional stakes only grew higher. Kirk's attempts to explain the situation often seemed to backfire, with fans and media alike dissecting every word and gesture for hidden meaning. Interviews meant to clarify the incident became new sources of speculation, as body language, tone, and timing were scrutinized, frame by frame. Meanwhile, Rasheeda remained a study in composed resilience, carefully choosing her public statements and private conversations, making it clear that while she was hurt, she was not to be underestimated. Friends close to her report that she spent long nights reflecting, strategizing, and leaning on her support network, ensuring that her actions were deliberate and controlled. Every private conversation and every carefully curated social media post was meant to maintain dignity while navigating a storm that had spiraled far beyond anyone's expectations. Jasmine, on the other hand, continued to occupy a central place in the unfolding saga. Her ambiguous statements and careful social media activity kept fans guessing about her true intentions. Some believed she was merely a catalyst caught in a whirlwind she did not initiate, while others argued that her presence and choices had actively fueled the tension. The public obsession with every move of the trio intensified. Memes, viral videos, and endless social media commentary ensured that the story remained alive, with each new detail sparking fresh debates. Insider reports hinted at secret meetings, whispered confrontations, and emotional exchanges that had yet to reach the public eye. These hidden moments added layers of complexity, suggesting that the yacht incident was only the beginning of a much larger narrative. The family dynamic was also deeply affected. Relatives, who had previously been able to maintain neutral stances, found themselves drawn into the conflict, asked to take sides, and often caught between loyalty and fairness. Private gatherings reportedly became tense, with the yacht incident serving as an unspoken backdrop to every conversation. Friends and associates struggled to navigate the situation without being pulled into the drama, creating a ripple effect that touched everyone connected to the trio. In the midst of this chaos, the professional stakes loomed large. Kirk faced scrutiny not only for his personal choices but also for potential impacts on endorsements, appearances, and public perception. Media outlets speculated on the long-term consequences of the scandal, from lost opportunities to potential shifts in public support. The combination of personal betrayal and professional risk amplified the tension, forcing all involved to tread carefully. Insiders reveal that arguments between Kirk and Rasheeda often continued behind closed doors, characterized by moments of explosive emotion, tearful confrontations, and periods of silent tension. Each exchange seemed to reveal new depths of hurt, frustration, and misunderstanding, making it clear that reconciliation would require more than simple apologies. Social media remained a relentless force in the unfolding drama. Fans dissected every post, every comment, and every story, interpreting subtleties and speculating about hidden truths. Forums and discussion boards became battlegrounds of opinion, with hashtags, viral content, and fan theories circulating widely. The public's fascination ensured that the story was not merely a private family matter, but a collective experience shared by millions. At the same time, Kirk's interactions with Jasmine continued to be scrutinized. Leaked photos, rumored encounters, and alleged private conversations became fodder for speculation, keeping the narrative alive and unpredictable. Fans debated endlessly, dissecting motives, intentions, and potential consequences, and each new rumor seemed to reignite the fire. Rasheeda's approach remained measured and deliberate. Sources close to her describe a calculated strategy, balancing emotional expression with public composure. She allowed certain narratives to unfold while carefully controlling her own voice, ensuring that she was neither misrepresented nor overshadowed. Kirk, meanwhile, faced the challenge of navigating the dual pressures of public scrutiny and private accountability. His every move was analyzed, every explanation evaluated, and every gesture interpreted, creating an environment where missteps could have significant consequences. Jasmine's role in the unfolding story remained complex and contested. Her attempts to clarify, apologize, or explain often only deepened ambiguity, keeping fans and media speculating. Every statement was weighed for nuance. Every social media post parsed for hidden meaning, and every public appearance became part of the ongoing spectacle. The cycle of confrontation, speculation, and media amplification persisted. Leaks, rumors, and social media commentary ensured that no moment of respite existed. Even casual interactions among the trio or their associates became subject to public analysis, perpetuating a constant state of tension. Insiders suggest that the yacht night incident triggered a cascade of previously suppressed emotions and unresolved conflicts. Long-standing issues, subtle misunderstandings, and past grievances came to the surface, creating a layered, multidimensional drama that extended far beyond a single night. The family and friends navigated these tensions carefully, balancing loyalty, empathy, and personal boundaries. Yet the public eye ensured that private resolutions were difficult, if not impossible, to achieve without scrutiny. The ongoing saga had a profound impact on mental and emotional well-being. Friends report sleepless nights, heightened stress, and constant vigilance, as everyone involved became acutely aware that their actions were under a microscope. The pressure of living both personal and public lives simultaneously intensified the emotional stakes, creating an environment ripe for further confrontation and unexpected revelations. Meanwhile, fan engagement remained intense. Comment sections, discussion forums, and social media platforms buzzed with theories, analyses, and heated debates. Every detail, no matter how minor, was examined for potential clues about intentions, relationships, and future developments. The collective fascination transformed the story from a private conflict into a cultural event, engaging millions in a shared narrative of betrayal, tension, and unresolved emotion. Just as it seemed that a temporary calm might return, a new development sparked another wave of attention. Alleged messages between Kirk and Jasmine suggested additional complexity in their interactions, reigniting speculation about the nature of their relationship. Fans dissected the messages, debating tone, context, and potential implications, ensuring that the story remained a dominant topic across media platforms. In the background, efforts at mediation and resolution continued. Friends, family, and professional advisors attempted to navigate the intricate emotional landscape, balancing reconciliation, accountability, and the pressures of public scrutiny. Yet each new leak, rumor, or interpretation threatened to undo progress, demonstrating the fragile nature of trust and perception. Through it all, Rasheeda maintained a delicate balance between personal emotion and public composure. Friends note that her strength, patience, and careful strategy have allowed her to remain a central figure in the narrative, commanding respect while navigating profound emotional turbulence. Kirk, equally aware of the stakes, continued to maneuver between personal accountability and public narrative management, attempting to repair relationships while mitigating reputational damage. Jasmine, positioned at the center of public curiosity and speculation, continued to influence the trajectory of the drama, her actions, statements, and presence ensuring that the story remained dynamic, unpredictable, and endlessly engaging. As the saga progressed, new twists and subtleties emerged, ensuring that fans remained captivated, insiders remained tense, and the emotional stakes continued to escalate. Each new development, whether a private confrontation, a social media post, or a leaked interaction, served to deepen the narrative, reinforcing the reality that the fallout from one night on a yacht could reverberate far beyond the immediate circle. The interplay of personal emotion, public scrutiny, and media sensationalism created a narrative that was at once intimate, dramatic, and compelling, ensuring that the story of Kirk, Rasheeda, and Jasmine would continue to dominate conversations for weeks, months, and potentially even years. What started as a seemingly private night on a luxurious yacht has grown into one of the most talked about scandals in reality TV history. Kirk, Frost, and Jasmine's interactions have left fans shocked, Rasheeda devastated, and the world glued to every update, every statement, and every leak. Emotions have run high, trust has been tested, and family bonds have been strained under the weight of public scrutiny. Yet, despite the chaos, the story is far from over. Will Kirk and Rasheeda find a way to rebuild their relationship, or has this scandal irreversibly changed everything? Will Jasmine's role continue to stir tension, or will she step back and let the dust settle? The uncertainty keeps fans speculating, debating, and sharing opinions across every platform imaginable. Now, it's your turn to join the conversation. What do you think really happened that night on the yacht? Do you believe it was an innocent getaway, or is there more to the story than meets the eye? Who should take responsibility, and can trust ever truly be restored? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, because we want to hear every angle, every theory, and every opinion. If you've been following this saga from the beginning, hit that like button to show your support, and don't forget to subscribe, so you never miss the next explosive update. Turn on notifications to stay ahead of every twist and revelation, because in a story like this, every new detail could change everything. Share this video with friends who love reality TV drama, and let the debates begin. This is the kind of scandal that sparks conversation, challenges assumptions, and keeps the entertainment world buzzing. So, weigh in, tell your side, and be part of the ongoing discussion. Fans are watching, emotions are high, and the story is still unfolding. Your voice matters in this drama. Stay tuned, stay engaged, and get ready for the next shocking chapter in the saga of Kirk, Rasheeda, and Jasmine.